Spell it? Spell it's in your book. Sure. Centrifugal or centrifugal force. Okay. So this is like if we're driving and we start a hard left turn. What happens with our body?
We go to the right.
We feel pushed to the right. Okay? Just like, although technically you're not supposed to have things hanging on your rear view mirror, but most people don't care. Okay? And if you watch, whatever's hanging is going to swing to the left, right as well. And the harder you turn, the greater the angle that it makes. We'll actually make that into a problem here next class, okay? But you don't see, like, I'm not actually forcing it, I'm not pulling it in there, it just seems to do it all by itself. So based on your frame of reference, which by the way is a non-inertial frame of reference because you're accelerating, you're not at rest and you're not going at a constant speed, but you're accelerating. So what you are observing is different than if we were to step back and look at it from the outside view. Okay? We had a question.
So, but technically, it couldn't like make a 90-degree angle just from trying to have like that, or could it?
It is. You would have to be going infinitely fast in order for that to be exactly at a 90 degrees. Yeah. Because the faster you go, the greater the angle, but it is impossible to completely counteract the force of gravity. You're always going to have some sort of downward force. Now, if we did that in space, then yes, that would happen. But because we have our force of gravity, it's always going to be at an angle, unless we were going infinitely fast, which is impossible. But so the centrifugal force, this is what we experience, or we feel like we experience when we're pushed to the side, but it's actually not a real force. This is also the same thing if you take a bucket of water and you whip it above your head, the water doesn't fall on you if you swing it fast enough.
Are you sure about that? That is true.
Yes.
Or is it a prank?
Before.
Wait, what's that?
Huh?
I'm so sorry. I was
If you take a bucket of water and you swing it around your head fast enough, it doesn't fall. Yeah.
He's trying to prank
So
us.
again, the idea here is, well, there must be some mysterious centrifugal force pushing the water to the outside of the circle, pushing it away from the center. This means center fleeing instead of center seeking with the centripetal. Okay. But again, it's not a real force because it's actually an effect of our inertia. So we know with inertia, if we've got mass, then we want to keep going wherever we were going initially. Okay? So if I'm going straight and my car starts to turn, I want to keep going straight.
Yeah.
Okay? So if this is like a top-down view, if I'm going straight but my car is actually getting in my way and forcing me onto the circular path. But because I'm kind of loose from the car, I feel like I'm pushed to the right, and in reality, I'm actually going straight. The car is pushing me to the left, forcing me onto the circular path. So what we feel is the centrifugal force, the mysterious pushing, but it's actually our inertia. There is no such thing as the centrifugal force. It's just a result of your inertia and the fact that you are observing it from a non-inertial frame of reference.
It's an illusion.
I mean, so you could actually solve for the centrifugal force based on your frame of reference if you don't include certain key things, but it would be equal and opposite to the centripetal force. Yeah. Bradley? Yeah? Okay. All right, guys, so I know that was a long lesson. We only have a few more minutes left in class, but you do have your pods up there. We will do more Advanced circular motion stuff on Tuesday. Remember, we don't have school on Monday because we got a 3-day weekend. Veterans Day
Hooray.
on Monday. So I'll be so I will see you guys on Tuesday. Make sure to check your rooms because either today or tomorrow, hopefully, I will post saying, hey, the field trip is online and you can pay as soon as you can.
How much I gotta pay?
$156.50.
You're crazy. You're hilarious.
Unfortunately, it gets more expensive each year. I remember when it used to be like a flat $100. But that was like 10 years ago.
Inflation be like.
Well, so Busch Gardens is a little bit more expensive. The buses